And new this morning, a heinous act captured on video. I want you to warn you that this is disturbing. It is very graphic. This is surveillance footage moments before a 23-year-old Ukrainian refugee was stabbed to death aboard a train in Charlotte, North Carolina. Now, after she boards the train in her work uniform, she sits in front of her alleged killer. And after a few moments, in a seemingly just random act, the suspect pulls out a knife and attacks her.
Heartbreaking indeed. I want to go live to CNN's chief law enforcement and intelligence analyst, John Miller, who's joining us from New York. John, what do we know, first of all, about this horrible attack and the alleged assailant?
Well, this happened back on August 22nd. The assailant, who's charged with murder in this case, is DeCarlos Brown, 34 years old. He's got 14 arrests in the Charlotte-Mecklenburg area. He just finished a 6-year stint for an armed gunpoint robbery and got out of jail a couple of years ago. And what we're trying to learn is more about what his encounters with law enforcement on the street have been since the time he was released from prison up until this incident.
The attack, as you know, John, has set off a political firestorm about crime in Democratic-led cities across the United States. How is this playing out?
Well, if you look at Charlotte, their crime is actually taking a dramatic turn in the right direction. Their murder is down 29% as of the July numbers I read through. Aggravated assault, which would capture stabbings, shootings, and other assaults, is down 25%. So you look at Charlotte, and like many of these cities that are telling this story, their violent crime is trending in the right direction. Their property crime, burglaries, car theft, you see slight increases in, but they have a very dynamic police department there that has a combination of assertive policing, precision policing, directed patrols, but also community policing involving youth outreach for juvenile delinquency and other things. So this is not one of those cities that is asleep at the switch on crime. What this is a terribly tragic, dramatic, terrible event captured on video, which is being magnified to send a certain message.
Yeah. So certainly is. When you look at this video, John, what do you take away from the suspect's demeanor?
Well, I think we've all seen this story before, and we don't have this level of detail. But when you see an attack like this that is so completely and totally unprovoked and without another motive, meaning robbery, a sex crime, none of that came into play here. What we're probably dealing with, again, is untreated mental illness. And that's why I think we want to dig into what other encounters were there with the system that could have given tipping and cueing to where this person was in terms of mental illness, because we've seen so many of these unhinged people and unprovoked attacks.
All right, John Miller, thanks very much for that update.
Fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the f they're doing.